What's up, guys? Happy Friday. I'm meteorologist Andrea Myers, bringing you guys your daily hail forecast, sponsored as always by C3 Group, Merlin Law Group, American Contractor, and Atlas. You'll see their commercials flash up here in a second, and in the meantime, go ahead and check out their links in the description to this video. They're linked there for you. As always, they help us make these possible, so go ahead and give them another shout out. So we got a cold front moving into the South Plains today. Storms are going to start up along that, and yes, DFW, you guys are in the risk. Hail chances, you got hail chances, so there could be some severe hail moving through DFW. The size of it is kind of what we're going to cover into today. And then moving through tomorrow, we have that same cold front that's going to push those storms out through the southeast. So if you guys are anywhere past the Mississippi Valley for tomorrow, stay tuned for that at the end of our show. Right now, there's that first cold front, all right, that's bringing all those storms through the upper Midwest and the Ohio Valley. Then we've got a second low pressure system that kind of linked up with it, and it's bringing another cold front out through Texas into today. So it's nice and clear right now out ahead of it. We had all those storms moving out of Oklahoma, woke up to those early this morning with some thunder and lightning, and that's from that low pressure system that's going to swing that cold front out down south into the coming hours. There's that distinct temperature gradient there, 52 degrees in Denver, 88 down in Dallas, and in the surrounding counties sitting in the mid-80s down in Texas today, with those 50s and 60s coming in back behind that cold front. So we'll see it start to cool down here in the southern plains with that in the coming hours. So there it goes into the next few hours, 5 p.m., starting to drag all that cold weather out behind it, and we'll have storms initiating out in front of that cold front. And so that's going to continue off to the east into today and tomorrow. There it is by Saturday afternoon, with more storms along that'll spark through the southeast and continuing until that front is pretty much off the coast by Sunday. Dew points, not looking like we have any real distinct dry line into today, so there's no forcing from any front from a dry line, but we've got plenty of instability from just the fact that we're so muggy through the region by this afternoon and evening. We got those dark green values up in Texas, and again, that just means it's real sticky outside, but storms like that, and so that's going to help us out into this afternoon and evening with severe weather, and then into Saturday as well, as that cold front continues to drive those storms through that really unstable region. So for our storms, looking like in the next few hours, we'll start to see those isolated cells popping up through western Oklahoma or eastern Oklahoma by around 4 p.m. And then here we go just to the west of Dallas, getting some isolated storms developing south of I-20 heading into the metro. But check out how we look in just an hour after that. Storm mode starts to get real messy heading into the metro. And if you guys have stuck with us for a while, you know that messy storm mode generally leads to smaller hail sizes. So there is still a potential that we could see some severe hail out of these, but the largest is going to be right when these storms initiate. And the same goes for anywhere from Arkansas all the way down through San Angelo. Those isolated initial storms have the chance to produce the largest hail. And then into this evening, we're going to see that get messier and messier as it goes. So less of a large hail chance, more of a wind chance out of those until we see those storms completely taper off. And then we're into the southeast for tomorrow. So here's our significant hail model for you. 4 p.m., when we're getting storms initiating, nice bright values, but then again, things get messy, and so we start to see that come down a little bit into this afternoon and evening with those clusters of storms tracking through. So looking at our hail forecast for today, anywhere from Memphis all the way west into New Mexico could potentially see severe hail, quarters to $50. Gonna keep it at orange for today for the reasons we talked about. All the way from pretty much Midland, Odessa area off into Fort Smith. Those initial cells could potentially produce that large hail, but they're going to be very isolated, and then we're going to see clusters forming. So if you guys are from San Angelo all the way up into Fort Smith, you got a better chance to see hail with any of those cells or clusters heading through. So moderate chance for severe hail for you guys today. Same for you guys in DFW, Waco, and the largest hail is going to be right where we initiate, and then things quickly decreasing in size as it tracks off to the east. So for you guys in Shreveport, into San Antonio, Little Rock, Memphis, low end chance for you guys to see severe hail today, and if you do, probably staying smaller in size. So here's your city forecast for Dallas-Fort Worth. Storm starting around 5 p.m. was going to be when things initiate off to your west and then start moving through, and then you'll see those clusters develop, and then maybe a couple rounds lasting until around 10 p.m. So your chance of seeing severe hail, again, it's moderate. You could potentially get up to golf ball sized hail, but the chance of anything greater than that right now is pretty low unless those storms stay isolated through the city. So that's kind of what we have for you guys today. You're in the risk, know that, but that large hail is not as much of a concern into today based on storm mode that we're looking at right now. Wind-wise, can pull that a little bit further to the east, not much. We're still seeing that isolated storm mode initially, and then those clusters here and there that kind of lose steam. So keeping pretty much everybody that was in the moderate for hail also in the moderate for wind. San Antonio, San Angelo, San Antonio, and then up into Fort Smith, moderate for you guys, and decreasing a little bit further out to the east through Little Rock, through Memphis, and through Shreveport. For tornadoes, looking like we're going to see potentially that corridor near the Red River and the Arkansas border. That's where we could potentially get those supercell structures tracking through. It's going to be a pretty short period, and anything that does form is probably going to be pretty weak and isolated, but anywhere from Fort Smith down into Texarkana could potentially see a tornadic supercell into tonight. Then for tomorrow, for the southeast, here we go. Got that cold front moving through, got those high dew points, so we'll have a little pocket of higher instability by around tomorrow during peak heating, and then we'll also have another little risk for South Texas with some storms rolling off the mountains and across the border there. So a couple areas of enough instability to get us some hail into tomorrow, and then we'll decrease that rapidly as that cold front pushes through and takes away any instability that we need to continue storms. But into tomorrow, there we go by 3 p.m. Bunches of isolated storms happening along that cold front and then tracking down into the southeast, across Birmingham, across Montgomery, Atlanta, and fizzling out into Sunday morning. Then down into Texas, it's going to be really messy throughout the day, but we could potentially get 1 or 2 isolated supercells. There we are, isolated quarters here or there with these cells that are tracking through. So there we are by noon, and then a whole mess behind these leading cells. That's going to track down to the southeast. And then we'll see a couple more storms possibly picking up around the 10 p.m. hour there, and then still just staying a rainy mess, mostly down in the Brownsville, McAllen area, Laredo. So couple of hailstones for you guys that could be severe, but we're mostly going to be watching the southeast into tomorrow with that cold front forcing. So some of those storms could get up to ping pong to golf ball through there, staying quarters to half dollars for our Texas risk. If you guys are anywhere from New Orleans all the way to Atlanta, Birmingham, down into Mobile, you guys could see severe hail tomorrow, staying very scattered with those isolated cells, so low end across the board, and where we have the highest instability is where we could potentially see ping pong to golf ball sized stones for tomorrow afternoon and evening for the southeast. For wind, now we're going to include a little bit more Georgia with that complex tracking off to the east, but we're still staying with our wind and hail risk down in Texas and the western part of southeast risks. So Jackson, New Orleans, anywhere off east now into Atlanta and into Macon and southern Georgia, you guys can also see some high winds with any of those cells tracking through into tomorrow. Again, it's going to stay very scattered, but could see a gust or two up to 60 miles an hour into tomorrow afternoon with those storms. Then the same for you guys in Laredo and Brownsville, as well as just rain, hail, wind, and now rain are really going to be your risks down in South Texas for tomorrow. So stay tuned for any street flooding and anything. Just be aware of that if you guys are in South Texas for tomorrow. So that's what we got for the next 48 hours here. If you guys are in DFW, know that if we need to go live, we're doing that on TikTok. So this is a great time to follow us on TikTok for tonight. You can get us anywhere at YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, or TikTok. We're at Hail Trace on everything, so we're easy to find. And yeah, so go follow those pages and hit See First on Facebook so you don't miss any of our future live videos. Smash that subscribe button everywhere else. And yeah, check out our Hail Trace TikTok account for live coverage tonight. Then if you want to get in contact with us, you can scan that QR code up above me or click the link in the description to this video if you want a demo of our products. We map every storm live, so it's a great way to stay up to date on your severe weather in your area and across the nation. If you want to find out more about Hail Trace, give us a call at 855-334-4245. Email us at info@hailtrace.com or check out hailtrace.com for more details. And for now, I'm meteorologist Andrea Myers. Thanks for watching.